Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh, my brothers, my sisters. I want to ask you this question, my brothers. Those of us that don't pray, why don't you pray? I want you to ask yourself this question. I want you to ponder upon it. Ask yourself, why don't you pray? You say you are a Muslim. What does it even mean to be a Muslim? We have been taught this hadith since when we were children, right? Bunyal Islam ala khams. Islam has been built upon 5 things, right? The first thing, the most important pillar of Islam is the Shahada. That you have testified that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the second pillar, the most important after the Shahada, is your Salah. Salah is the most important thing after your Shahada. You claim that you are a Muslim, but you don't pray. You know, many of us, many people, we say things, we claim things, but we don't do them. We claim that we love Allah. Allah has commanded us to pray. So many times in the Quran, He has commanded us to pray, yet we don't pray, and we claim that we love Him. You know, when you love somebody, you will try your best not to displease him. When your mom asks you to do something, you do it, right? Not because you fear her, but because of the love that you have for her, and you don't want her to be angry with you. Same thing with Allah. You love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah has asked you to do something. He has commanded you to do something. You will definitely do it in order not to displease Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? You claim that you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you go against His commandments. You claim you love the Rasul, but you will not follow his sunnah. You will not eat with your fingers, right? You will not eat on the floor. Rasulullah used to eat on the floor. He ate with his fingers. Like, it's below your status, right? Your class, no. But what's that, right? Subhanallah. That's the sunnah of the Prophet. He ate with his fingers. He kept a beard. You claim you love the Prophet, but you don't follow his sunnah. As a Muslim, you must pray for your iman to be complete. You must pray. Is it your wealth or your children that are keeping you busy from praying? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu la tulhikum amwalukum wala auladukum an dhikrillah wa man yaf'al dhalika fa ulaika humul khasirun. O you who believe, do not allow your wealth and your children to distract you from the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you let that happen, you will be amongst the losers. I don't want to be a loser, and you don't want to be a loser too. Do not allow your wealth and your children to distract you, to stop you from the remembrance of Allah. And Salah is the greatest remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is it that perhaps you are too busy? Who gave you the hands to be busy? Who gave you the eyes to be busy? Huh? Who gave you the hands to be able to drive to work? Who gave them? All these blessings, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that has given that to you. Your hands, your legs, and you cannot repay Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His blessings upon you are countless, but you cannot spare a few minutes of your day to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for his blessings. وَمَا بِكُم مِّن نِعْمَةٍ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ. Every blessing is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon you are countless. Your whole body is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are plenty people who have lost their eyesight. There are plenty people who can't walk again. There are plenty people who can't drive. And these are all the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your house, your TV, your phone, all your gadgets, these are all the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are homeless people. but Allah has decided to give you a home, but you can't spare few minutes to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to remember Him. Salah is a chance for you to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If I do you a favor, you need an operation, you need money to pay for an operation to get your eyesight back, right? Or to be able to walk again. If I should pay that money, my brothers and my sisters, you will thank me every day and night for that favor, right? But you can't count the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So why won't you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all the blessings that He has given you? Or are you waiting for guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So you won't pray until Allah guides you. My brother, you are wrong. My sister, you are wrong. Pray and then ask Allah to guide you. When you are sick, you go to the hospital and you take medicine. We all know that Allah is Ash-Shafi, is the one who cures. But when you are sick, you go to the hospital, right? Why not stay at home and wait for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cure you? Same way, you go to work, you go to school, earn some degrees and get some certificates, you get a work, right? So you can earn a living, right? So you can earn a living. You all know that Allah is Ar-Razak. Why don't you stay at home at your couch and wait for Allah to provide for you? He's Ar-Razak, the one who provides for us, right? You have to work, so Allah will provide for you. You don't just stay and wait for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to provide for you. Same way, what have you tried to be guided in Salah? Go to the masjid. Have you gone to the masjid? Have you tried putting yourself amongst people who love praying, people who usually pray? Pray and then wait for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide you, my brothers and my sisters. My brothers and sisters, when you don't pray, you will lose your connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Salah is from the word sila, which means connection. And when you don't pray, you have disconnected yourself from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have disconnected yourself from success. You have disconnected yourself from the peace and rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When the muazzin says hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah, he is calling you to prayer, he is calling you to success. Salah is success, my brothers and sisters. Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innal qulub. The hearts will only find peace at the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you want your hearts to be at peace, then you should always remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pray, my brothers and sisters. The hearts will surely find ease. You will surely find peace. You want peace in your life, you want to be happy in your life, pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters, a sinner, a murderer, a rapist, someone who drinks alcohol and drinks all sorts of haram things, someone who smokes weed, who smokes everything, cigarettes, whatever it may be, this person is better than you in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if he prays. If this person leaves whatever he's doing, he knows that it's time for him to pray. He has been called to pray. It's time for him to pray. He leaves whatever he's doing. He knows that Salah is more important than anything. He leaves whatever he's doing and he goes to pray. This person is better than you in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A murderer, a rapist, this person is better than you in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This shows you the importance of Salah in someone's life. My brothers and sisters, whatever is happening to you in your life, if you're a drunkard or a rapist or a sinner, a big sinner, don't allow your problems to stop you from praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You think you are a drunkard and you think you don't deserve to pray, right? How will you pray? These are all the tactics of the shaitan to stop you from praying. Whatever is happening to your life, no matter how much you have sinned, always pray. My brothers and sisters, nothing should stop you from praying. Do not disconnect yourself from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you're a person who prays 3 or 5 rakahs in a day, my brothers and sisters, move on to praying 4 out of 5 and soon pray 5 daily prayers, my brothers and sisters. Don't just stop praying, pray always. If you pray 3, continue praying and move on to praying more. Don't reduce or stop praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My brothers and sisters, if you are a person who already prays 5 daily prayers, then you should work on the quality of your salah. Try to find out the mistakes you can correct in your salah. And if you think that your salah is in the best state and you think that you have perfected your salah, my brothers and sisters, and you think there are less or few mistakes in your salah and the quality of your salah is good, then you will begin to love salah. Because when the quality of your salah is good, the quantity will surely increase. If the quality of your salah is good, you will love to connect with Allah more. So you will love to pray more if the quality of your salah is good. So when the quality is good, the quantity will also increase. So if you pray 5 daily prayers and you think that your salah is good, you have perfected it, then you should pray more nawafils. My brothers and sisters, we should not allow anything to stop us from remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should not allow anything to stop us from praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us amongst the people who always remember Him. If we sin, may Allah make us amongst the people who come back to Him in repentance. My brothers and sisters, always remember, Allah bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. The hearts will only find peace at the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.